When you picture Africa, what do you see? I bet it's golden savannas, acacia trees dotting this huge horizon, and almost certainly an animal that looks like nature itself was just having fun with patterns. An animal that feels so familiar and yet is still so mysterious. Today, we're going to follow that striped nomad on its journey through the African wild and uncover the incredible story of the zebra. Okay, first things first. We have to get the big question out of the way. The classic riddle that's stumped people for ages. Is the zebra a white animal with black stripes or a black animal with white stripes? It seems like a 50-50 shot, right? But science actually has a definitive answer. And the answer is, zebras are black animals with white stripes. Genetically, their base color is black. The white stripes are simply areas where the pigmentation is absent. It's just a break in the black coat. But honestly, what they are is way less interesting than why they are the way they are. That's where the real mystery begins. So here's the thing about nature. Almost nothing is an accident. Those spectacular stripes weren't designed for a fashion show. They are a critical survival tool, and scientists have been debating their exact function for over a century. The research has really zeroed in on four main theories, and what's fascinating is that they probably all play a part. The stripes could be a brilliant multi-tool. First up, you've got the confusion theory. In a running herd, that massive moving stripes makes it incredibly difficult for a predator, like a lion, to single out any one individual. Second, the insect shield. Studies show that biting flies, like the tsetse fly, get confused by the pattern and have a really hard time landing. Third, thermoregulation. The black stripes absorb heat and the white ones reflect it, creating these tiny convection currents along the zebra's body. It's like a natural air conditioner. And finally, social identification. Every zebra stripe pattern is as unique as a human fingerprint, helping them recognize each other and helping foals identify their moms. Now, while all of these theories probably have some truth to them, the one with the strongest scientific backing is protection from insects. Biting flies in Africa are more than just an annoyance. They can carry deadly diseases. And experiments have shown again and again that flies are way less likely to land on a striped surface. So, in a very real sense, these beautiful stripes are life-saving bug repellent. But not all zebras are the same. The term zebra actually covers 3 distinct species. And even though they look different and live in different ways, they're all united by that same powerful, fundamental instinct to survive in the African wild. This table really shows you the incredible diversity in the zebra family. First, the plain zebra. This is the most common one, the one you'd likely see on a classic safari. They've got broad stripes that cover their whole body and live in those huge migrating herds. Then there's the mountain zebra, an amazing climber found in the rocky hills of southern Africa with a distinct gridiron pattern on its rump. And finally, we have the Grevy zebra, the largest and rarest of the 3. Its stripes are much finer, almost pinstriped, and tragically, as you can see from its conservation status, the Grevy zebra is endangered. You know, zebras aren't just a herd of identical animals. They live in these complex, structured societies that are more like intricate social networks. Their survival depends not just on speed and stripes, but on these deep social bonds. For plains and mountain zebras, the core social unit is the harem. It's a small family group led by a single stallion who defends his family fiercely. But he's not the one calling all the shots. The true leader of the group is typically the oldest, most experienced mare. She's the one who decides where the group goes to find water and the best grazing, and the others follow her in a strict hierarchy. This is a society built on experience and trust. So what happens to all the young males who aren't strong enough to lead a harem yet? Well, they form bachelor herds. These all-male groups are incredibly important. They're not just a waiting room, they're a training ground where young stallions play fight, practice challenge rituals, and learn the social skills they'll one day need to compete for a family of their own. And speaking of the next generation, this number is just astonishing. In a world full of predators, a newborn foal has to get on its feet fast. A zebra foal can stand on its wobbly legs in less than 15 minutes after birth. And within an hour, it can run. This incredible feat is absolutely essential for its survival. The life of a zebra is a life of constant motion. It's a rhythm of migration, of vigilance, and the continuous search for food and water. Standing still in the savannah is a luxury a zebra can rarely afford. When danger does appear, a zebra's main defense is speed. They can reach up to 65 kilometers per hour or about 40 miles per hour. But they don't just run in a straight line. When it's being chased by a predator, a zebra will run in a zigzag pattern, an exhausting tactic designed to outmaneuver and tire out the hunter. It's not just about being fast, it's about being smart. Now here's something that shows just how vital zebras are. They're what ecologists call pioneer grazers. They have a digestive system that can handle the tough, older, less nutritious grasses that other animals like wildebeest and antelope can't eat. By mowing down this tough top layer, they expose the tender, new growth underneath. In this way, they literally shape the landscape, creating better pastures for countless other species. They are true ecosystem engineers. This old saying from parts of East Africa captures their importance perfectly. It translates to, "Where the zebra grazes, life follows." It reminds us that they aren't just inhabitants of the savannah, they're its gardeners. Their presence directly enables other life to thrive, a simple, powerful truth of the ecosystem. This brings us to the zebra's powerful place in our imagination. They are a true symbol of the untamed African wild, but they also face very real and very modern threats. On one hand, the zebra represents everything we find magnetic about the wild: freedom, that beautiful balance of black and white, and an untamable spirit. But on the other hand, the reality for zebras is getting tougher. They're losing their habitats to agriculture, their ancient migration routes are being blocked by fences, and they are still poached for their beautiful skins. This contrast is the central challenge to their survival. The urgency of this really hits home when we look specifically at the Grevy zebra. In just the last few decades, its population has plummeted by up to 90%. There are now fewer than 2,000 mature Grevy zebras left in the wild. This isn't some distant threat. It's a crisis that's happening right now, a stark reminder of just how fragile their existence has become. So you might be wondering, why not just domesticate them like horses to help protect them? Well, people have certainly tried. The famous zoologist Walter Rothschild even trained a team to pull his carriage around London. But ultimately, zebras have proven impossible to tame. They evolved in Africa alongside powerful predators, and as a result, they are far more aggressive, unpredictable, and have a powerful flight instinct. Their wild spirit just can't be broken. And maybe that untamable spirit is exactly why they are so essential. They represent something pure, a force of nature that endures. This quote says it all. Zebras are the pulse of Africa. They're not just an animal in the landscape, they are the very rhythm, the living, breathing heartbeat of the continent. So the next time you see a zebra, whether it's in a documentary or if you're lucky enough on a sunrise safari across the savannah, look closer. See the story of survival written in their stripes. See the social bonds, the ecological importance, and the untamed spirit that helps define Africa itself. What stories will those flickering patterns tell you?